What's going on, guys? This is Parker with Backyard Barn Finds, and you guys watched me purchase this car the other day on Christmas, and I feel like we got a really good deal here for the channel. First, let me show you, we have all of the parts on the inside here. We're gonna get that cleaned out, and the reason we're gonna do that is because I wanna see exactly what these floor pans look like. I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do a whole floor or just patch panels here and there, but we'll find out that in just a moment. But first, I want to build the best Camaro you guys have ever seen on YouTube as far as a barn find car goes. So we're not going to paint this car, but we're going to put everything underneath of it to turn it into a pro touring vehicle, and I'll show you that right here. For the last couple months, I've been squirreling away parts for my car, but in reality, I've been looking for a patina Camaro, and this one happens to just fit the build. But you can see here, we got a whole bunch of parts that we're gonna put on this car, and we're gonna go step by step. That way you at home can learn how to build one also. To start things off, we have an LS6, basically just the LS1, the higher horsepower version. This motor would have came in a Z06 Corvette or the very first Cadillac CTS-V. We've gone ahead and completely built it. We put a BTR Stage 3 cam in it. We've got springs, we've got lifters, we've got everything that you would need. She's gonna make around 500 horsepower, but we'll talk about this motor more when we put that in the car. Now, this car was originally an automatic, so I believe that we're gonna stay with that route. We do have an automatic 4L60E here. We put the Corvette servo in it just so it shifts a little bit faster. Most importantly, this car came with a 10-bolt rear end. That's not gonna work for the 500 horsepower or close to it that we're gonna get out of this motor. So we went ahead and bought a Curry 9-inch Ford rear end. Fuel injected gas tank from Tanks. We got Ride Tech 4-link suspension going in the back. This is all the parts and pieces that I wanted to put on my car personally, but we're just gonna transfer that over to the blue car. What we're also gonna do, if we spin around here, is we're gonna take this roof, we're gonna make this roof look real nice and pretty, and then what we're gonna do is put a vinyl roof on top of it and hopefully distress it a little bit to kind of give it that vintage look. But overall, we're not gonna touch any of the outside of the body panels on this car. The only thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna clean up all the metal underneath, but first, we gotta get it cleaned out. Gonna go ahead and send these over to my sandblasting guy, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have sandblast the back side of this and then repaint it with some black rust preventative. That way it doesn't get any more rusty than what it is, but we're gonna save the patina from the front. I didn't really get a chance to see what the floors really looked like on this car because I bought it kinda at night and the next day it was raining, but I had a chance yesterday to take a peek at it, and it's a lot nicer than what I thought it was. This is of course, a small block cross member for a Camaro. The big block cross members have a different shape in here. We don't need this, but we'll set it over in this pile. Of course, we got the license plate bracket here. I mean, this is 50 bucks if you don't have one. So you can see how this piece is bent, but we do need the latch system. We'll go ahead and get that all sandblasted. Go ahead and put an all-new wiring harness in this car. We already got one over there set up, ready to go for it, just to make it a lot safer. Because this one, it's been spliced a few times if we go and check it out on the inside of this car. But the trunk, that's an original jack, but it's been painted. But you can see here what we're working with in the trunk. These quarter panels have been replaced. You can see where they don't look like a factory quarter panel on the inside. You can see the lip where they replaced it there. It looks like they may have air chiseled it back in the day when these cars were really not worth a whole lot. But just like a lot of other people do, and just like we did with the Gold car in there, this I'm not really worried about. You can see on this side too. We're gonna cut this tub out, so that's not going to be a problem. The floor pan here really doesn't look too terrible. We can send that over to the sandblast guy and see exactly how much we have left. But the frame rails on this car are pretty solid. There's one spot right here on the driver's side that's going to need to be fixed, but it doesn't look like we have to do extensive surgery underneath the back side of this car. We'll go ahead and start pulling the stuff out of the inside of this car, and I'm gonna take the seats out, I'm gonna take the doors off, that way we can kind of roll the windows up and spray the inside of the doors and see this rust right here? We wanna make sure that like this isn't a problem for the future, but we wanna make sure that we keep the outside of this car looking exactly like it does, because you can buy a lot of project Camaros, but very rarely do you find one where it just has a nice patina to it. That's the goal of this build. We don't need any new bumpers. These bumpers are going to work perfectly fine. We'll go ahead and get the brackets all taken care of and get them cleaned up and painted nice. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this whole inside cleaned out. We'll take a look at what it looks like here in just a minute. We have our pile of stuff that we are probably going to use again. Like I said, when I bought the car, the cores for the seats, they have a little surface rust on the metal, but that's basically how they all are. But if you want to go in there, you can see the holes up there in the front from a previous patch. It has holes here where the water goes down the cowl, runs down the front here, and just kind of pulls on both sides. In the back here, structurally wise, all of this stuff is here. It does need cleaned up, needs a little patch here, but it's a lot nicer than what I thought. We are going to have to clean it up around right here, but like I said, with the mini tub, this is pretty much all going to get cut out to about this point anyway. Same with this piece right here. When we put the mini tubs in here, we're going to cut probably right along this line, so it's going to get rid of all that rust, and then what we'll have is good metal to work with over here. Basically, before we reassemble this car, the dash will be out of it, this black will be repainted. It'll look pretty much like a brand new shell. What's really cool is if you can see the X code right here, because it is a Norwood car, but this car does have an X11 on the cowl tag, and if you can make it out, it says X1 right there, which would confirm that this was a real X11 car. So it's actually a good thing, and I'll show you. So if you notice, the rockers on this car probably need the most attention, but X11 cars had their rockers painted black. So what we're going to do is just go ahead and fix that metal. And while we spray the underside of the car satin black, and while we spray the inside of the car satin black, we're just going to hit it from the rocker down so we can make all those repairs, and you would never know. So it would look black from down here. We're going to fade that out and keep the rest of the car up here, but structurally, she'll be sound. What I wanted to show you guys is the structure of this car that I was a little bit worried about. So in here where the doors are at, it's fairly solid. I mean, we'll clean that up. That'll be painted black. That'll look pretty nice. You won't see that from the outside, so we'll fix the hole here. What I wanted to show you is where the subframe actually bolts onto the Camaro. So these are unibody cars. They don't have frames that go the whole way underneath. This subframe's gonna need some attention, and you can see how it's kind of, the actual place to put the rubber is rusted a little bit more than what it should be. So this subframe is going to have to go to a shop for a little bit. Good thing I have a brand new one sitting in the garage, already painted, good to go. So we'll just slap that bad boy on here. But it is a little bit rusty down in here. Not a huge deal. We'll go ahead and fix that, but it's not rusty in here, and that's what we wanted to make sure when we were buying the car. That side's a little bit better. It's not going to take long to make that look pretty at all. But on this side is pretty nice. But this piece, you can see here, we can just take some metal or some metal off of here. So we'll go ahead and clean that up while we have the car torn all apart. I want to make this car structurally sound so that we can go out and do burnouts in it and stuff like that, but it looks like it just got pulled out of the barn. Got everything cleaned up here in front of the garage. We got all the pieces that we're going to sandblast. Dustin's going to go ahead and get that taken care of for us this week. What we're going to do now is just roll it on top of that trailer down there and take it about 2 miles down the road so we can get the metal fixed on this car. Push, push, push.
Chalk it.
Like a glove. No, the other back, on the back side, There you go.
Good job.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Talk about a snug fit, bud.
I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit on there or not, dude.
Well, she fit.
It's light enough though. Cool. Richie! Richie!
Hey, Parker, man, what's going on, man?
What's going on, buddy? How are you?
Oh, you know.
Just dropping off a car to you, man.
Right on, right on.
Do you got room?
Yeah, you know, we can slide her here off to the side before the night's up, though. We can get her up in there.
Okay.
You know?
Guys, this is Richie. Richie does a lot of metal work for me. You can see he's got a couple projects. What's that, the 55 Chevy?
Yeah, we got 55 here.
Yep.
Got a 68 Camaro over here.
There you go.
Oh, we do. Pro street car. Trying to turn it back into a street car.
No Fords back here.
So no Fords, man, no Fords. I love them all though, man, but just personally, preference. I like my Chevys.
We don't want to scratch the patina, guys, you know?
All right, now turn that wheel.
Hold on, I gotta get
Yeah.
off the trailer first.
Okay. Awesome, keep it cut.
Beautiful.
All right, all right.
It looks like we've done this before.
Hey,
Just a couple times.
hey Sebastian, you mind going out there and grab that block we put up on the front of here?
Awesome, awesome.
You know,
Well, Richie,
being a Camaro and all, man, this thing want to run no matter if it don't have an engine.
I think it looks sexy just sitting right here like this.
Yeah?
I've had a few people comment that they like the color of it too, so I think it'll look pretty good when it's done. But
Yeah.
you haven't seen it without any of the stuff on the inside.
No.
And we got this back here,
Okay.
but we're gonna mini tub it and it'll clear half of that up. So I'm not really
we
worried
can get
about
that cleaned up.
This piece right here looks like it's gonna need the most attention, just like where the water, you know, of
Right,
course, and on that side. So, I mean, other than that, our bulkhead's nice.
Right, for sure.
You think we should do full floors, or you think we should patch pieces?
Well,
I'm thinking a full floor would probably be.
that would probably be the best route. I mean, because you see, we got some stuff back in here.
Right, it's just gonna clean everything.
Yeah, we're just going to keep on chasing it after said and done. I mean, we might have a 4-inch by 4-inch section that we didn't replace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So, I mean, but yeah, I mean, preference and things, this and that, the whole 9 yards, and even the outcome of it, it'd probably be better.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. Well, I'm excited for you to get on it. We'll catch you on the next episode. We'll let Richie get started on this, and we'll see how far he gets over the weekend.